Now, child deaths in parts of Ghana resulting from infections is still high, as about half of all deliveries are done at home, usually by unskilled traditional birth attendants. Some TBAs still conduct deliveries in many hard-to-reach areas, despite a Ghana Health Service ban. In the following story, my colleague Justice Beidou reports from the northern regional town of Salaga, one of the districts with Ghana's highest child mortality cases, on how some TBAs do deliveries with their bare hands and unsterilized racks, putting the lives of hundreds of babies on the line.
Baby Fusaini is one of the victims of Ghana's failing maternal health system. Her mother, then 30 years, went into labor, spent hours traveling by boat, trying to reach the next community with a health center to deliver. She made it to the Yeji hospital, delivered, and died 2 days later from excessive bleeding. Now he is being cared for by the auntie, Rabiatu.
If his mother were alive, this baby wouldn't suffer the way he is now. He cries every night for the mother. I don't sleep. I have to carry her all night so he doesn't cry. I really want to help keep him alive so that he too can be somebody tomorrow.
These stories are common in places like East Gonja, where communities are separated from health centers by the Volta Lake. Up to 70 towns here alone are either on the lake or without a motorable road to a health center. Elsewhere in the small town of Kabache, one of the babies lucky to have survived delivery. Baby Mufida was delivered by 60-year-old Binta Amadu, a traditional birth attendant, 3 weeks ago. Mufida's mother, too, could not reach a clinic in time and had to be delivered at home by a traditional birth attendant. TBAs are usually older women who have mastered the science of delivering babies. Some deliver women safely, usually with their bare hands. Some get complications, touching blood, and hardly used sterilized materials, exposing babies to infections like neonatal sepsis, which account for most child deaths in places like East Gonja.
Around 5 out of every 10 deliveries in this district are done at home and usually by unskilled birth attendants. That makes people like Binta the first port of call for women in labor, as many of the health centers in this district are far from the communities. People like Binta then become the crucial link between women in labor and the health professionals who can deliver them safely.
I don't even have gloves. I use bare hands to touch the blood when doing delivery. That scares me. These days, I could get an infection or infect the baby. There's no light too. So when I'm called at night, I walk in the dark to go and deliver a woman.
The Ghana Health Service has now banned TBAs from doing deliveries and instead encouraging them to bring women in labor to health centers. But that too seemed not to be working, as women prefer them instead of the long, sometimes dangerous road to the hospital.
The TBAs, the challenge we have is that we have trained them as link providers to refer, but we still have some few of them who still go ahead and conduct delivery. The environment and the conditions under which the deliveries are conducted are not good enough to ensure that the children or the babies and the mothers are safe from infection. So most of the time, their deliveries, you get some getting neonatal infections and puerperal sepsis, which can lead to maternal death or infant death.
As more than half of all deliveries in parts of Ghana are still done at home by TBAs, the conditions in which they work would remain a concern for mothers and babies whose lives are constantly on the line. Justice Baidu, Joy News, Salaga.
And you're still here on Joy News Tech Desk. We'll take a quick breather. We'll be back with more.